This tutorial is on home page and navigation. Once you log into the system, your username will appear here in the user toolbar. It also lets you know what level user you have been assigned. We have 3 different levels. First is the admin, which can do pretty much anything in the system. We have a data entry user, which is going to allow people to put in critical incidents. Generally, this will be the staff that's working with the clients. And then also we have a view-only user level as well, and that just allows the person to view the data itself. Next to that, we have a icon and link for reading a HIPAA agreement, which everyone that enters into the registry is going to have to sign at their first login. This agreement will be posted here at any time if you ever want to read it and available for your use. We also have the user manual. This link will take the user to the current manual that we have for the system. As new versions come out, they'll be posted here. It's a PDF file that you can either download to your desktop or C drive on your computer, or it's one that you can view right here online while you're working in the registry. To the right there, we have changing your password link. At any time, if you feel like your password is compromised in any way, you can change your password, or if you just feel like you'd like to change it because you have something new going on, you're welcome to change it here. The system does once you log in for the first time, it's got a timer that's set, and you do have to change your password every 60 days because we are working with patient confidential information. The link to the right here is the log out button, and when you're done working in the system, you would simply log out by hitting this button here. Across the top here, you'll notice various tabs. Since I am an admin user, I have 5 tabs to choose from. The first one is your Home tab, which will always be present while you're working in the system, and you can always click the button to take you back to this page at any time. The second tab is called Incidents, and this is when you're working within your critical incidents in your registry. You'll notice as I hover over the tab, there are various sub-tabs below that. The first one is to create a new critical incident. The second one is to review or work within my incomplete incidents. The third one is to review or work within the pending incidences. And this is going to mainly be for managers that a data entry level user has now submitted an incident and a manager needs to approve it so it can be submitted. That would be the pending incidents. And then the submitted incidents are the ones that have been archived in the system and previously submitted. And then we have this helpful tab here that groups all of the incidents together, and it's called Manage All Incidents, and that's going to be a grid that's going to list them all and their status. The third button is the Clients tab, and that one is just to add patients that may be in your substance abuse clinic or in your group home or in your medical program. If they're on your unit and you need to add them in the system, you can do this whether or not they have a critical incident. And if you're noticing a trend that maybe the data that's been entered on some of the clients is not accurate, you can manage that information by clicking this tab here. The fourth tab is the Admin tab. This is controlling basically some of the fields within your critical incident form. You have various drop downs and various answers in those drop downs. If you need to make updates to the standard answers that we provide for you, the admin user can go to this tab and manage those drop downs. So we have Manage Physicians. You can key your referring physicians, the current physicians that are working in your clinic or in your situation. You can manage the users at your site. If you're a supervisor or manager and maybe you hired new staff or you've had some revolving staff, you would change those users' rights, levels, and give them their first passwords here to go change later. Manage your insurance companies. Maybe you've had some new ones that have opened. Maybe you've had some old ones that have closed. that would be a place that you can work within that data field there. Maybe in your area of the country you have a large population that's a race that we don't already have listed for you. You can access that by clicking it here. And then also finally we have manage locations, and these are the locations on where your critical incidents may have occurred. Finally we have the reports tab, and that is a place where the supervisor, manager, or possibly even the owner of the organization that owns the registry may want to run reports at any given time. We have our standard reports, we have trending reports, and we have advanced reporting for very detailed information on your patient population and the findings that are coming from your critical incidents. This will be a separate tutorial. We'll go into that, and it's also located, the information is in your user manual as well. So this completes the Navigations tab. You might have noticed that there was a little pop-up box that occurred a few seconds ago, and what happens is if you have not been in the system working or clicking buttons, keying in data, this timer is set to automatically log you out. And so we may see that pop up from time to time. That is to protect the user and patient confidentiality. So you simply click the screen and then it'll go away and we can continue working. We have our hot buttons here. These are our bigger buttons that just some people are going to prefer to go here rather than here, and that's fine too, but these are strictly incident related. First we have creating a new critical incident, which is a common task that happens when you come into the registry. You simply click that button and it opens up a new form to begin keying in. For those that are pending, that the supervisor might be coming in to approve them, we would click this button. For those that are incomplete, they've just started but they've not been finished, then that would be this button. And then finally, for those that have been submitted in the past and they're archived and you'd like to review that information, maybe print or save one of the final reports, you would use that button here. You may have noticed that there are 3 grids across the bottom with numbers, and this is the incompletes that are currently in our registry, which you see there's none. These are the pendings, which you see there's none. And these are the ones that have been submitted, which you see various patient names, their date of the incident, and every time an incident is keyed in the system, it's giving a critical incident number for reference and reporting purposes. There's a total of 11 that have been keyed in this demo for you to see. So at any time, if I wanted to view those individually, this would just be a quick little icon that we could go to look at that patient's particular critical incident. There are ways to search for them and look for them. Again, I could go here, and there's various buttons to use for these 2 fields as well. This completes our homepage and navigation tutorial. Thank you for using Convergent Solutions.